not Blind Pew here. Yes, that's right, it's me, Jahzzar, the galaxy's most famous explorer. I am now in full command of this ship, the Apex Explorer. I know, it's the moment you have been waiting for some time. You don't have to thank me.
Let me out of here.
If you recall, unfortunately, for them, both Blind Pew, our previous captain, and Ben Gunn, our chief of engineering and second in command started suffering from void sickness, and I had to, restrain them.
Open this door.
Pew is locked in the broom cupboard and Ben in the storage closet. Just back there.
Frame shift drive operating beyond
So
safe
easy,
limits.
when a true professional is at the helm. Oh, was that a green light? And another. Pew always claimed those were Thargoids, moving through which space. An old wives' tale of a lowly cargo pilot, no doubt. Another neutron jump, so easy, what's the fuss? Incidentally, apologies for the delay in this transmission. Pew is on holiday, in his broom cupboard. What did you find to do in there, Pew?
I found the last few crates of synthetic claret at the back of the broom cupboard, so it was not all bad.
Did you happen to find Jahzzar at the bottom of any of those bottles of synthetic claret, Pew?
Not yet.
Oh, by the way, we've arrived at the so-called infinite bonds, a binary pair of Earth-like worlds just 0.25 light seconds apart. Discovered by me, of course, quite some time ago. Oh drat, I've crashed out of Super Cruise. Pew, you may as well take a look out that porthole at the back of your broom cupboard. It's the only view you will get.
And what a view.
You know, I think I prefer the view from this, the other Earth-like world. Okay, the next stop, for Jahzzar and the crew of the Apex Explorer, is the Morpheous Nebula. Plotting route. Hey, that's odd, can't get a route, something's blocking it. What? Requires a known permit. There is a large region of locked space between us and the Morpheous Nebula, the Blee 3 region. In fact, there are several locked regions in this area. We will have to route around them. Perhaps this is linked to the green lights we saw in which space. Another Thargoid homeworld perhaps. Okay, I've taken us somewhat off our planned route to the Magnus Nebula, possibly one of the largest nebulae so far discovered, by yours truly, on the far side of the galactic core. We'll take a quick look and then hopefully we'll be able to get a course lock on the Morpheous Nebula. If you finished looking for Jahzzar, Pew, I suggest you take a look out of your porthole. The Jahzzar's Magnus Nebula really is something.
He's naming Nebula after himself now.
Okay, got a lock on the Morpheous Nebula, Waypoint 10. Shouldn't take long, with the Apex Explorer's large jump range.
Hey, how come you gets a porthole? There is nothing in the storage cupboard.
Looked green light on the left, Thargoids from the Blee regions, I think. Oh, another neutron star jump. These are so easy.
Be careful, Jed.
Give it a rest, Pew, I'm the greatest explorer, you know.
Hull integrity compromised.
Pew, you lowly cargo pilot, you distracted me on purpose.
Oh great. Jed is in charge and I'm going to die stuck in a broom cupboard.
At least you have a porthole and some synthetic wine there, Pew. There was nothing in the storage cupboard document.
And so, finally, we are approaching the Morpheous Nebula by Jahzzar. If those locked regions we passed recently are Thargoid in nature, perhaps there are barnacles in this nebula. I would search, but I'm too important. Okay, approaching Waypoint 10 landing spot now.
Jed, could you shut up and concentrate on the landing? Ben and I have little confidence in your flying but prefer not to die out here. The shields are up, aren't they?
Naturally. Yes, raise them.
I have to admit, that landing was better than expected. You seem to be improving, Jed.
Like I care, Pew. I don't know, just lock it down.
Who are you talking to there, Jed?
Oh, no one. We'll stop the night here. Well, it's morning and time to head on, but where next? Well, it's Aristo or Pruok DLPE 5-35. We are making some good progress now, as you can see. Referring to the most famous galactic exploration guide, Apex Explorer by Jed Munoz, not that Codex rubbish.
Frameshift drive.
We see that our destination was discovered by... Yes, you guessed it. Oh, this is absolutely intolerable.
Fuel scoping complete.
News has got out that Pew and Ben are locked in the broom cupboard and storage closet, respectively, and I am getting bombarded with messages to release them. Look, this chap offers me 70 million in voidables to let Pew out, like that'll ever happen. The standard response. I have no intention of telling Pew about these messages. His lowly cargo pilot ego might try to compete with mine, and that would not do.
What was that, Jed?
Nothing, just keep looking for Raxla Pew. Oh, thought I saw some more of those green lights. We've arrived in Aristo. A lot of light here. Let's look at the system map. There is something wrong with the computer entry. Who are these people listed as the first discoverers? Aramis, who's that? I encourage you to refer to Apex Explorer by Jed Munoz, where you will find the true first discoverer credited. Yes, go through. Alright, there is no rest when you are exploring with the universe's premier explorer Jed Munoz. Where next? Into the Styx region and to California, making excellent progress and will soon be at Waypoint 11. Okay guys, take a last look at Aristo. We are headed on.
Pretty good, I must admit.
And just how am I supposed to see? There is no porthole in the storage closet. Or synthetic hole.
Oh great, the frameshift drive on this rust bucket is starting to malfunction. Look, the integrity is down to 78%.
Just use the auto field maintenance unit to repair it. You do know how, don't you, Jed?
Of course, there just hasn't been time. Making excellent progress.
4.
How do we use the auto field maintenance? Okay, we've made it to the second optional rest point, California, in the Styx region. No rest for us but a quick look at the ringed planets, I think. There is a gravity warning on this one, so as we are in a hurry I won't bother landing. Let's check the map to see where we are. A very, very long way from Sol is the answer, as you can see. Nothing for me, the galaxy's favorite and most famous explorer.
I can't see the planet from my porthole. Ben, I think there actually is a vent at the back of your storage closet if you clear the junk away. What can you see?
Just about something. It's the worst view ever.
Well, you've both had a good look, time to go. Next stop, Shadow Earth, in the bleak lands area of the Scutum Centaurus arm.
Your flying is getting better, Jet. Must be all this first-hand practice you are getting.
I don't care.
I've got a thought about his improvement and the whispering we keep hearing, Pew.
Frame shift drive operating beyond safety limits. Module malfunction. Frame shift drive supercharged.
What's that then, Ben?
He isn't flying. It's Edmund Boyle flying.
Who?
Frame shift
You know,
drive
the work
charging.
experience boy,
No.
who you locked in the brig at the start of the expedition for crashing the Star Chaser.
Oh, yes. I forgot to let him out, didn't I? Very remiss of me.
Alright, yes, Edmund is flying. But only because I'm too important to pilot the ship. I'm not a lowly cargo pilot like you, Pew, after all. Edmund was a bit annoyed with you, Pew, it must be said.
Hull integrity compromised.
He's been in the brig several months. Anyway, we've arrived at Shadow Earth. Shadow Earth is an Earth-like world that is situated 51,819 light-years along the zero meridian line from Sol, and 25,919 light-years from Sagittarius A. It is thought to currently be the closest Earth-like world discovered to the physical antithesis of Sol on the far side of the galaxy. A mirror image, you could say. Okay, we're not waiting here long, it's off to Waypoint 11. Luna's shadow, not far from here. We've arrived in Luna's shadow. The actual waypoint is on this moon, 3A. The base camp is in a vast crater, so-called Magnificent Desolation. Oh, look, another commander. Didn't think we would see anyone, as we are a bit behind as a result of the numerous incidents en route.
Be wary, Jet.
Weapons activated in Edmund in the ship-launched fighter, just to be sure. Commander Catherine Kando seems a good sort, so you can dock Edmund. Dropping altitude, we'll land for a bit of rest.
I see from my porthole that Commander Catherine Kando is in a Cobra Mark IV. Some style getting that out here.
Alright, it's the next morning and we must head on, but where? The Soldowich Nebula, a small emission nebula located in the galactic aphelion region. The green lights in which space seem to have gone. Now we have moved on from those locked regions. Well, what was that?
Module malfunction. Frame shift drive charging.
Will you fix that FSD, Jet?
Yay, soon, Pew. As you can see, we are approaching the Soldowich Nebula. Okay guys, we are heading on to the Flytrap Nebula in a minute. Take a last look.
Sterling.
I've had better views.
Fuel scoping.
approaching the fly-trap nebula. Vivid, isn't it? But be careful, this enticing nebula lures visitors in, but the only thing inside is a black hole waiting to swallow them. Black hole ahead. I'll get in closer. I'd like to take a detailed look.
System scan complete.
The light distortion is really prevalent this close-up, don't you think? Well, look at this. A load of locked regions right next door. The prior to lock region requires a known permit. That old chestnut. Don't they know who I am? Nothing is locked to Jahzzar. There seem to be quite a few in this region of space. What does it mean? And look, it goes on quite a way. Nearly at the abyss.
3, 2, 1. Engage.
Let's move away from the black hole. Ah, love that view as you leave the black hole. It's like rejoining reality. Okay, let's get out of this system. But first let's pop in the next stop. Tomaski Point Memorial. Engage FSD.
3, 2,
Here we go. As we reach the edge of the abyss region, just look how far the galaxy is behind us. Better not tell Pew and Ben. It might trigger a void sickness.
fuel
Relax.
scoping complete.
Okay, coming into Tomaski Point Memorial, this really is right on the near edge of the abyss region, which we will need to cross to reach Eagle Point, and where the vast distances between stars will become problematic.
Others?
Looks like it.
I don't believe it. Over 50,000 light years from Sol, and there are 3 tourist vessels in here. How times have changed. They are probably here to see me. I am a celebrity, after all. Greetings to all my fans. Hey guys, Jahzzar, as you know, the galaxy's greatest explorer. I'm giving serious thought to plowing straight on from here across the abyss to Eagle Point. As you can see, just 7,000 light years away, rather than following the approved route.
Air, that's the abyss you are talking about, Jake. Where it is easy to get lost and stuck due to the massive gaps between stars. You know, like the form of the rift. The expedition guide recommends heading to the Grand Rings system further to the east and making the shorter crossing from there.
Yes, but I'm Jahzzar, aren't I? The galaxy's greatest ever explorer.
Oh no.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Pathetic. Well, we are doing it anyway. Pew, didn't you have a message about our appeal before we closed the transmission?
Ah yes. I think that I explained last time that our ship here has some very old display equipment that is on the point of failing. Radiant 7800 or something. If you enjoyed this transmission, and if you want more, do consider making a contribution to our upgrade appeal. Link in the text below this transmission. If every commander viewing this transmission contributed just 50 cents or 50 pence, we would be there. I've scratched the current progress in the paint to the right of the porthole there. Jed has even told me that he may unlock the door and let me out if we reach the target. Until next.
Pew, I think that is my job now. Until next time, commanders, good luck. and if you're lucky, you may see me out there.